Here's the top 5 welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And I posit calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, you have an iron will that you will be something special. You can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it, though. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. All right, so here's the welterweight champion, Leon Rocky Edwards. We are obviously excited to see how he handles this challenge here tonight, but how do you not harken back to the knockout against Kamal Usman? He's thrown that kick so many times in training, in competition. Threw it that night, it changed his life forever.
I mean, we have seen him do this time and time again. It's actually one of his better combinations. I want to see how quickly he tries to use that high kick now. I mean, this guy has a swagger about him. He has a confidence about him that allowed him to do what many thought was impossible. But tonight, Leon will have to rely on all of those things in order to keep his championship. But he will also need to use the wrestling. He will also need to use all of his striking in order to push back or defend from the challenge of this young, hungry competitor.
Yeah, I mean, he seems motivated by the title win. If you look at his physique, I don't know if that's a six-pack, but Leon Edwards looks like he is in the best shape of his life coming in here tonight. All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Leon Rocky Edwards.
All right, Herb Dean, our referee for this one, just about to get underway. All right, so here's the oncoming welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad, and when he is not hosting a podcast with my twin brother Jason, he is disposing of UFC welterweights left and right. It has been an incredible rise to prominence for Belal Muhammad, and most of it has been rooted in his wrestling, in his grappling, in his ability to get these fights where he wants it, ideally on the canvas, and more often than not, when he gets you there, you can't get up. Nice punch there by Muhammad. Oh, that is a nasty inside leg kick, DC.
It is a great technique. Guillotine jump. That guillotine choke is getting tight, but you can't just squeeze. You got to get your hips into your opponent if you want him to tap.
Oh, hang on a second, he escapes.
What a tremendous job. You saw his hands immediately go to the inside. Attack the lock, create some space, roll to your back, give up the mount, but live to fight another day.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Edwards trying to make some of these ground strikes count. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Oh, that guillotine choke is tight.
He's trying to tighten the grip on this guillotine choke. He seems to have it, but he's got a really good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
The ground strikes starting to pile up. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Muhammad. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Edwards.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Just over 2 minutes now to go. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that grappling wasn't what they wanted to see.
Look at that one body shot into his opponent.
That shows the power in the placement. It was placed perfectly, and now he's got his opponent hurt.
Oh, a huge block there.
Let's get busy with those hands now, man.
That uppercut is good.
He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty. Oh! He's got him hurt. He's got to start looking to finish. Oh, beautiful level change.
Muhammad's in half guard. Good, solid strike on the ground. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight.
Now he's going full mount.
Under a minute now to go in round one. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Get that knee in, shrimp.
Yep, got to be very careful there. Oh, nice.
Start raining those elbows. Start raining those elbows.
20 seconds left. Ooh, that looks tight.
He's getting very close to finishing the submission. Oh, he's gonna get him with it.
You need to work on standing this up.
Oh, somehow he got out.
That was beautiful. Look at how he brought his hips up in the air. Used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display of submission defense.
All right, so somehow, some way, we will fight onward. There was a big liver shot there that buckled his opponent. DC, here's your replay.
Nothing is worse. Nothing is worse than taking one of those shots right to the liver. It shuts everything down. You got to be so tough to stay standing after you take a strike like that.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, so here we go with our next round. In the previous round, he rocked his opponent pretty good. We'll see if he can piggyback on that momentum.
Let's see if he can continue the onslaught, right? He had his opponent really bad, but he cannot rush. He'll have to understand that a live fighter is in front of him. Otherwise, he'll find himself on the wrong side of the knockout.
Just missed with the elbow there. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Hands on your face.
Single collar tie now. Muhammad's got a nasty bruise starting to appear on that left side. We'll keep an eye on it. Could pay dividends later.
Hands up for me. Come on now.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He lands a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Lands with the ground and pound. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
Relax. Keep those hands high.
He passed the half guard.
Edwards is back in full guard now.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands. Every punch lands. He has just outclassed this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position. Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
Edwards' cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. A lot of top pressure being applied here. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Belal Muhammad. Well, that swelling, folks, is not from sodium. That is from a serious ground and pound attack from his opponent. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Less than 2 minutes now to go in round two. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why. That was a slick transition. He should be trying to get back to his feet. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount. Well, he lands another strike there, DC, and no surprise, the swelling only getting worse.
It's getting worse. You know, we talked about this very early, how he needed to change something. He hasn't changed it, and now the swelling is starting to get bad.
Hammer fist here by Muhammad. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Belal Muhammad.
Getting him out here. Beautiful ground and pound. And now he's got his opponent cut. Another strike gets through from the top position.
Muhammad's back in full mount. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, he got saved by the bell there. He was getting absolutely starched on the ground, grounded and pounded. Thankfully, the horn came at a good time. You see, gingerly, he gets back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight.
Don't worry about it, but you gotta protect him. Stay on the outside.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. I might let you kick the inside of my leg after the show. We'll see how that feels.
You don't want that, J.A.
Trying to finish this fight. Able to get back to his feet yet again. Oh, but not a good look for the judges here. Look how wobbly he is. Oh, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Good jab there by the champion.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by Muhammad. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not... Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount here.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Massive shot from the top.
Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. I can see the ringside position starting to get up because that cut has gotten to a very bad place.
Side control now. Muhammad's back in full mount. Under 2 minutes now to go. Edwards is in half guard. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, feet on the hips here. Muhammad's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. It's messing with him mentally.
Muhammad's looking for an arm bar here.
Oh, that looks tight.
Oh, looks tight to me. Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant.
And look at him attack in the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish.
You gotta be kidding me. He's out. And plenty of time with which to work. 30 seconds to go in the round. Muhammad's back in half guard, very comfortable here.
Changing the position. Oh, right into mount. Oh, he got to the spot.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. cheek is just leaking blood all over the octagon. That gash is absolutely terrible. I might have even caught his jawbone in there. I'm not so sure. All right, the round is over. Gut check time for him now. You see the cut on his cheek has gotten really, really bad. And even though it's not affecting his vision, if it gets any worse, the doctor will be called in. And I can assure you, he's going to have no choice but to stop this fight. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool. And I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding. But if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up.
That's the finish. We'll do it.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. All right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 13 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name. Muhammad!
All right, so there is a new world order at 170 pounds. Congrats to the new UFC welterweight champion of the world.
I can't say I'm surprised. We've seen this guy on his journey to this championship. At every step, he looked fantastic. And tonight, that continued in dethroning the long-reigning champion.